Hi everyone, it's Melissa here coming at you with another pick a card. This one's going to be on why do they hate you? This can apply to anybody. We will have to wait till we turn over the cards to see, the people that are involved with this, hatred. It could be coworkers, it could be lovers, it could be friends, who knows? We will see. But the reasons why, like they're being provoked by you, the hatred, why they kind of don't know what to do with their emotions when it comes to you. Before we get into it though, a couple things to know. Please check my description box on how to reach out to me. You will find links in there, emails to reach out to. My Instagram will be there. I'm now on Patreon, guys. So, if you want to see exclusive videos that I will not be featuring on YouTube, you will have to sign up there. The link is also there. I'll be putting out a video next week on what I see in the future, in the next maybe 20 years, how things will unfold. That will be an exclusive video, like I said, only available to Patreon members. So please check the link in the description box and it will take you right to my page. Another thing to note, if there's anything that you enjoy about this video, please guys don't hesitate to give me a like, comment. I love reading your comments. I read every one. And like I always say, the most favorite thing I love about doing this is reading your guys' feedback, okay? So please feel free to, comment, let me know if it resonated and whatnot. So let's get right into the reading, starting with pile 1. Okay, let's see what's going on, guys, with you. Why do they hate you? Why? Oh, goodness, guys. People are so provoked these days. It's ridiculous. The vibration and the energy is so high. People are so upset. Like, they don't even know what's upsetting them because they're so confused by the energy of this planet at this moment. And they take it out on people like you and me. So here we go with another, exactly what I was explaining. So this hatred or the hate that these people have for you, whoever we're applying it to, looks like you don't need anyone. Looks like you don't need anyone. Either you don't need anyone or anyone's love. So what I'm kind of seeing and subliminally seeing through these cards is that you're content. You're really content with your own life. You're content with who you are. You may have been in the past, though, a person who needed validation or needed people's advice. All of a sudden, now you're like some brand new person. So I don't know if people are feeling like, what the hell just happened? She switched up on me or he switched up on me like that. And I don't know who this person is. But it's making me feel like, especially with this card here with the 5 of Pentacles, this energy of hate is coming from people that you kind of do not no longer need. Now, I don't know what these people have done. They could have did something or they could have been quite abusive, in the past, and you kind of woke up to it all. And, look at this person on the Fool card, He's off on his own journey, High Priestess, one has, all the answers within, secure with oneself. So you're leaving these people in the dust, and these people who are in the past kind of don't know what to do with that energy. And this is where I feel like I'm sensing the energy is coming from. We also have a man showing up here too. Guys, I love the King of Wands just because he's so attractive, with his muscular knees and his jacked arms. But, we have the Queen of Cups sitting right next to him. This indicates that, we could have one person also here. Like, this is a general reading, guys, so take what resonates. Maybe there's the people in the past, or maybe it's this one man, or it's both. We have a man showing up here. I feel like this man or this person, a love interest in the past, used to be able to kind of have their way with you, but not anymore. You don't want their love. You don't want their love. And I feel like all these people's love is like toxic. And it's not even like it's great love or it's love from the heavens above. I feel like it was like, abusive love. So I'm getting like a total energy with this pile of people from the past or people who you've kind of shut out or discarded of. Good for you. Good for you. You know, you could have been growing over these past, you know, whatever years or months, and realize that you actually didn't need a damn person except for yourself. I mean, look, he's even by himself. He's working hard. He's stacking those pentacle coins. That could be subliminal for anything, even maybe one's self-esteem. You know, I just don't sense with this pile that the people that you had in your, you know, immediate like vicinity were good people. I feel like they made you feel really, you know, crappy about yourself. When I see the Queen of Cups, it makes me feel like generosity was taken advantage of, you know, maybe feeling like you would always be there. So it's like, let's get comfortable and get sloppy. But you've kind of changed. You've changed. They might know how you're doing, whether it's hearing it from other people or seeing it on the internet, and it drives them nuts. So I don't know that they subconsciously know that they hate you. I think I'm feeling more of the energy when I say hate is that how could she live without me? How could she live without me? How could she be doing so well? I'm not even in her life. Like, how is she okay to discard of me? You know, but you went through a major transformation with the Death card here. It was kind of like inevitable. And I'll tell you, if you are resonating with this pile and you feel like it was a lot of, took a lot of work within and just, you know, heart muscle to kind of attain this, the cards actually want to congratulate you as well. Okay. They really do. It's not easy to do this, guys. It's not easy to do this because people, they fall into patterns and, you know, they fall into these things where I've known this person forever. I can't just discard them. Why not? Why not? It's all about how we're being treated, okay? It's all about how we feel. Do we feel good? Do I feel like I really want to come see you? Do I break out in hives if I know I have to come see you? Do I feel like I'm walking on eggshells if I have to come see you? Like, this is kind of what I'm feeling with this. Now, with the High Priestess, I'm going to say something else here too, especially with the Queen of Cups sitting right underneath her. There's something that these two people, whether you're a man or watching, let me just say woman for the sake of it. There's something that these two women both carry, and it's passiveness, okay? Passive aggressiveness. Two people who maybe not know you very well, your passiveness can piss them off, where they feel like that's one thing that they don't like about you. Or if someone was to say, why don't you like her? They would bring up this. You have a passiveness about you, but you also have an air about you that you don't need anybody. And I don't know if you've always been like that. I feel like you had to kind of become like that, but I feel like it's also authentic. I don't feel like you are, you know, sometimes we do this to kind of protect ourselves. No, this is like, you're okay. You're okay inside. You've made peace. But at the same time, this is kind of how you are and you're comfortable with this more, you know, because like I said, like you don't need to be liked. You don't care about it. You know, guys, people who need to be liked, that can be a very dangerous thing. I've been there. I've been there. I have a Libra moon. I've been there before and I worked on that and I couldn't care two shits if you like me or not at this point. Okay. I'm just going to be who I am. And moving forward, you know, you decide whether that's okay for you or not. And if it's not, I'm okay with that too. And that's kind of the energy I feel like where we're at with pile one. But I'll tell you though, people really do think about you still. They really do. In the sense of, I mean, I'm not saying that they're beating themselves up about it, but at the same time, it's more like, damn it, like, what did I do? Like, shit, you know, I should not have done that, you know, because you could be a perfect example of when that person decides or like to walk away and then that other person really feels the loss of them. It's like, whoa, like they get really hit, you know, with that. Especially I have a man here who feels like a dumb ASS. Realizes actually at this point that you were kind of like everything they wanted. But there's something about the comfortableness, you know, people got comfortable. Because the Queen of Cups is also a very patient person, she can be very patient with people, she can understand that we're all human, people make mistakes, but at the same time, this is where people get comfortable with her. So guys, with pile 1, it's why people hate you, or why particular people are hating on you. It's because they can't have their way anymore with you. You're too happy right now. They don't feel like they're able to kind of infiltrate the space. It's blocked. The energy is blocked 100%. They couldn't even if they wanted to write a message to you, they would be blocked. So you're untouchable and you're happy. That's another big thing too. God, these people might not be happy people, but your happiness also bothers them too, because it's like, how can this person be happy when I'm not in their life? So, but that's okay. F them, right? So pile 1, thank you so much for watching, and let me know what you thought. Okay, pile 2, let's see what's going on with you. Why do people hate you? Or why do they hate you? Whoever they are, let's find out who they are. Okay. Okay, there's a couple people I'm seeing here. Oh, how many cards do we have here? Okay. Okay, so we've got a very successful person, and a person who is like the success. It's like, I'm very narrow-minded with this. It's like I see my success at the light at the end of the tunnel, and nobody's gonna F with that. We have a couple things going on here. I'm gonna go very slowly with whatever catches my eyes. I have some coworkers showing up here. You could be really good at what you do, or you could be a favorited person in the job field. Or untouchable in some sense, and I'm not saying that you have a higher rank, position. It could just be that no matter what the people try, they can't F with you in the work field. So I do sense there's some people here at work kind of, with other people who have the same feelings towards you, doing a little chitty chatty, okay, a little gossipy about you. You might be aware of this, but really don't care. Like I said, I'm really sensing here someone who's driven. I mean, look at this man, how he's on the top of this mountain, just kind of staring out into the future. Like, he sees things, he sees opportunities for himself. He sees ideas, very motivated, wanting to do really good for oneself, very happy, content, with oneself. This could project into more of like an independent character, someone who's really secure with themselves, whether you like them or not. We have the Hermit card here too. So, you could be that person who doesn't need to be liked, but also very much enjoys one's company. So I'm sensing here someone who's just like, well, let's say maybe people are getting together and they're not invited. You don't really care, and they sense that. You could be a very creative person as well. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune with the Magician. The Magician card always indicates to me someone who is like a jack of all trades, someone who has a lot going on, in the sense, maybe they have a job, maybe they do YouTube on the side, maybe they, I don't know, have a side business, very busy person, but it brings success because the Wheel of Fortune card is sitting here. So one could see that. Now the Five of Pentacles card is popping up here. This to me is representation of like past people who you've discarded of. I don't know how big of a relationship that you've had with these people. I just feel like it's like maybe you kind of are not someone. Okay, let me give you an example, because sometimes I stumble with words. When you meet somebody, just meet somebody, I don't know, randomly at work, school, who knows, okay? And you're attracted to them, and you're trying to kind of like make an effort to kind of like, you kind of feel like deep down you want to be their friend, you want to be friends, you see something with them. But yeah, this person is not giving no effort. This is kind of something I'm seeing here too, is that you're really, and it's not that you're trying to be rude, it's just, like I said, you have a vision. This guy on this card here, I'm telling you, the way he's looking out to those mountains, he has a ways to go because he's so far from the mountain, but he's willing to take the journey. I mean, look at this guy on the card too. He's taking the journey. He's moving away. He's off in his own world. So with this pile, I'm going to put it out there really. It's not a very heavy energy, like as if I sensed in pile 1. This is not heavy energy. So I don't feel like you might have clicked on this video for entertainment purposes only, which is what you should be doing. But I don't know. I think you would be surprised to hear if you had enemies, you know? So what I'm kind of feeling is not really so much hate, but more people who want to know you, but can't really break the barrier somehow or kind of infiltrate your space. You're very sacred of your space, you know? So I don't see how people kind of, they want to be a part of your world, but they're not really able to. You could also be very content with your own world. You know, we have 2 people here, 2 kids. I'm not saying that you're married or have kids, but maybe you are. Or maybe you already have a lot of family members and you just don't really care to kind of have a million friends, you know? And guys, friendship is not what it is. Sorry, it's not. You know, people put too much emphasis on friendships. You know, it should be something that is very, you know, light and fluffy. But, you know, as we get older, we really just have to kind of more focus on ourselves, because that's what we come down here for. It's really the whole point. So like I'm saying with pile 2, I'm not sensing here heavy hatred energy. It's just that people want to really get to know you. They find you interesting. You might have a lot of interesting things you talk about, or you could potentially come across as a person who seems like they have their SHIT together. And it really is the truth. It's not like you're seeming, but to them, they don't really know you yet, but you're interesting. You know, you might have like a really good balance between yourself. The self-esteem is high. You might not, like, so let's say you're a woman watching this, you know, and you hear other women talking about their insecurities. You might not be able to contribute to that conversation. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, you're just really happy with yourself. So we kind of more gravitate towards people like this, like with this kind of energy. That's if this is resonating, guys. Okay, we would more as humans, especially females, gravitate towards a woman like you. So this is something kind of like what you're embodying. But as like I said, like we have a lot of cards here with people by themselves, like this card, this card, this card, this card. So you're off in your own world, but you also know that you have a lot to accomplish. So you have to stay focused. You know, there might not be time right now for distractions. Now, if you do have friendships with people, the thing that they could hate about you is that you might be a person who kind of drops off the face of the earth from time to time. What do I mean by that? We went out tonight, we had a great time, and you know, I'm calling you in 3 days and you're not answering. I'm calling you in 5 days and you're not answering. It's like you just don't want anything to do with me, but yet it's not personal. So this is a very detached person who picked pile 2. If it's not resonating, move on. I'm just saying this is a very detached person, but there's nothing wrong with that. So regardless of what I've said in this reading, keep doing you. Don't change. Please don't. That's not what I'm saying whatsoever. But as a reader, I would encourage a personality like this because, see, you're going to always be ahead more than others, because while other people are focusing on more, you know, I don't want to say the smaller things in life or the more mundane things in life, you kind of are on a journey to kind of maybe even find yourself, or also to get shit done. And you will come out actually a lot more rosy than the other people that, you know, have this energy towards you. So keep doing what you're doing. You're doing amazing. And yeah, let me know what you thought. Thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile 3, let's see what's going on with you. Why do they hate you? Oh, wow. This is deep, guys. Ooh, this is deep, but I love it. 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 We always get one pile that's so much more significant sometimes with the energy than the other piles. Whoa, guys, this is a lot of cards. Okay, Okay, so whoever picked this pile, you've had a lot of deceit in your life, a lot of deceit. This would indicate this. This would indicate this. You've come into your power, honey. I don't care if you're a man or a woman watching this. You've really come into your power. Queen of Wands is here. Nine of Pentacles is here. You're not how you used to be. So the reason why I'm saying it like that is because sometimes we can have cards that come up or a pile that comes up where I can feel like it's just you were born like that. Or then there's people who have the same vibe, but it's because they've had to change their boundaries because of the deceit that they've experienced. This is a lot of deceit. You are doing amazing right now, and I feel like you kind of know that. You feel it. You know, you're like, pandemic what? You know, I don't know what the hell is going on. I don't care. I'm doing fabulous, you know? People are trying to still come at you. See, I feel like that with this. You see how that cloud, that I feel like, oh, there's a hand, so it feels like it's someone trying to still kind of tempt you, you know, and you're just like hands folded, you know, like, no, I'm good. I don't need you. So the hate that is titled in this video, it comes from the fact that people are no longer able to tempt you, and I don't know why I'm saying tempt, or kind of get their way, or, you know, even with this, look at this guy on this card. He's so sneaky looking, and he's like, this guy is just like, I'm not having any part of this. I'm just walking away. So this could be with friends. This could be with a lover. I have no idea. This is a general reading. You'll have to read between the lines, but people want at you, okay, whoever they may be. You also, with the Queen of Wands, I'll tell you, she's a woman who has an abundant amount of boundaries. So you're in your Queen of Wands of energy, which is beautiful at this point, okay? We do have to talk about the fact that she's a very beautiful person, above average looking female, okay? So when we're talking about other women here, because I don't know if a man would hate you for your beauty, okay? But it could be, it really could be. Let's talk about the man after. But you could be hated a lot of the times for your looks. You know, it's so funny too, you know, when we have this in life, people who hate us for our beauty. Beauty is something we've earned, okay? Like from our past lives. It's really something you've earned. So it's funny how it's kind of like contradicting because we've earned it, but yet we're hated for it when we're here. We don't really know why subconsciously we hate people for that. And I'm just being general here. I'm not saying that I hate, I'm just saying we in general. But really subconsciously, they don't know that it's because they've not earned it in a past life. So it manifests in different ways and we just hate people, but it's because you haven't earned it. You've earned it, you know? You're a very beautiful person. You walk in a room, people stop, the energy stops, people just stare. You might get a lot of eyeballs, you know, when you're just kind of going out and about. I mean, it could literally be the grocery store, you know. So you might want to be careful with like your immediate camp of friends or going forward when you're meeting friends, because I feel like it's what attracts them to you first, but then they kind of secretly start to get competitive, okay? And that is so unattractive, by the way, between women. It's so unattractive. We should be celebrated for our beauty, you know? And honestly, everyone's beautiful. Everyone's beautiful. They really are. You know, you just got to freaking, you know, find your sense of happiness somehow. But that's what I'm feeling with this pile too, is that there's some sort of competition with looks. And then, oh my God, we have the Nine of Pentacles sitting right next to her. Like, what the hell? So not only are you like stunning to look at, you've got the brains as well. You've got the success. You know, you're not an airhead. You're very smart. Someone asks you a question about, you know, politics or whatever's going on. You have something to say. Your mouth actually could get you maybe in trouble too with people. You could be very progressive in your like idealisms and your thoughts, or very advanced. It could be a new age thing. Maybe you talk about, you know, things that people don't know about, and that kind of like in turn makes them, you know, say nasty things like she's weird, you know, or what the hell is she talking about? Or it could be something that is used against you when someone's talking about why they don't like you. Oh, she says crazy things. Yeah, whatever. Okay, sure. So there's, guys, I'm like, this pile is so intricate. Like, I'm just taking my time here. We have the strength card. Never underestimate the strength card. This is major arcana. Okay. This is not about, oh, be strong. No, this is strength. So your strength, is playing a part too in why they hate you. They can't get to you. Doesn't matter how many times someone knocks you down or says a rude or cruel thing. They're not going to break you, whether that's your kindness, whether that's how you decide to still be in the world. They're not going to break that. And that bothers them intensely. The people who, this is like a side message, and I don't know why this is coming out, but I always go with my gut. The people who have hurt you in your life, it pains them greatly that whatever they've done has not affected you. Or whatever they're seeing. Maybe they see you on the internet. Maybe they see you busting out those memes. Maybe they see that you're still a kind person. But it pains them greatly that they have not tainted you. Like you've kept carrying on. That's interesting. Whoa, okay. So over here too, let's look over here. So there's the Sun card, the Star, the Fool, the Lovers. The Lovers in this spread is not about the lovers when I'm reading it with these cards. To me, this is more about you're seeming to get whatever you want, you know? And I don't know if I want to say these days, but in life, you seem to get what you want. You might have the secret to something, which is manifestation. You know, the Star card is here. So, you know, you might have the secret, you know, of patience, knowing that everything will work out, you know, in divine timing, and you kind of are doing a lot of things, you know, with the Fool card. This is also major arcana. You know, major arcana is there for a reason. It's an intense card. Okay. It's above the other ones. And, you know, when we say new beginnings, we really mean new beginnings. So you're manifesting many different things. But there's something here with people's thoughts. It's like they think you should be a certain way because of what you went through, but you're not giving them that. Why is that driving them crazy? I don't know what kind of people you've had in your life, you know, like that's if this is resonating, but these are some really sick people, because why would anyone want to affect someone like in a negative way like that? You know, why wouldn't someone not want to see someone go places or rise up or be something? Like, that's sick to me. Keep on keeping on, I'll tell you. Keep on keeping it on. You know, goodness. I would say, like, you know, don't ever feel bad about your accomplishments, and don't ever feel bad about what you've went through. I feel like with this pile as well too, it's actually what's made you. You know, sometimes we have to go through this stuff, you know. I went through it. I'm a 12th house sun. Are you kidding me? I was born into, like, you know, past life enemies, people who just hated me for no reason. That's what this could be, because why would I bring that up? I don't always bring that up. You know, you could have some 12th house energy or even 8th house energy going on here with this pile. Past life enemies who have followed you into this life, who are just kind of out to get you, and you're just like, sorry, what did I do to you? I just showed up here, you know? I just showed up in this family. I just showed up here. I didn't do anything, you know? Because, see, there's something with the energy of this pile too that you carry that triggers people. It really does. Whether it's your looks, whether it's your successful endeavors, whether it's your inner peace, knowing that you can have whatever you want. Maybe it's what you talk about, but it disturbs these people. It disturbs them because they secretly want it, but they don't know how to find it within themselves. So they project. They don't realize that they hate you, but really they hate themselves. That's sad, guys. Wow. Anyways, keep doing what you're doing. You know, that's if this is resonating. You're amazing. You know, you're an amazing person to kind of overcome all the BS that you've overcome. You really need to, like, you know, have yourself a drink or pat yourself on the back or take a spa trip, or you deserve it. You really deserve it, because I really feel like with this pile, you've had some really dirty energy try to infiltrate your space, and you know, you're free of that now, but maybe it could come about again, because like I said, you have everything, and sometimes when you have all of these things, it just sets off things in lower vibration people, you know, that we just can't help. Okay, we are on this dense planet Earth, you know, there's nothing we can do. But amazing read, pile 3. This is the pile to pick, okay? I always do that. It's a stupid thing I do. I don't know why I do, but this was the pile to pick. So kudos to you. Let me know what you thought. Okay, pile 4, let's see what's going on with you. Why do they hate you? Oh, I love it. Oh, we got an awakener here. Are you awakening people? Are you awakening people? Are you like triggering the F out of people? Good job. Good job, pile 4. Okay, so we got a Queen of Swords popping up here. Guys, I think you know what that means already in itself, but for those of you who don't, she's a badass, okay? She's a badass. She's gonna tell you like it is. She's going to really make you feel, without saying many words, that you better come correct, and you better actually not try her, because if you do, you're gonna be the one who's leaving crying. And I'm not saying that she's gonna beat you up. Oh no. She's gonna kill you with words. And it might not be even nasty words. They could be honestly quotes. They could be, you know, philosophical, you know, sayings. But it's gonna make you think. It's gonna really make you think. And it might trigger a little awakening in you. Oh, So pile 4, you're serving as a catalyst to many people, an awakener. Can I tell you something though? When you do that, when you have the ability to awaken people, those people who you've awakened always hate the awakened, the awakener. It goes with the territory. So people are just like, oh goodness, this is funny to me actually in a way, because I actually had this feeling sometimes, you know, many times for my twin flame. I was like, why the hell did he have to come in? Why? What did I do to deserve this? But I realized, though, he awakened me. You know, he put me on the map. You know, he put me, I mean, I wouldn't even be here on YouTube if it wasn't meeting him, okay? It was one of the things that came with it, you know, my potential of what I had to offer this world. And, you know, don't laugh, you know, because you might think, oh, really, to be a tarot reader? No, I always had the gift of seeing, okay? But I was able to help people with it by doing my private readings, okay? So, and I would not have had the self-esteem to actually come and put myself on YouTube if I didn't meet him. So why people hate you, one of the reasons, okay, let's go very slowly because there's a bunch here. You're awakening people to the truth that's out there. You're awakening people to their own behavior. You're showing people, you're acting like an ASS, okay? Get your SHIT together. But I'm not saying that you're being brutal about it, okay? You're doing all of that and then you're kind of disappearing. That's the funny thing. Oh my God, this is so funny. So we have the 6 of Swords here and here, okay? When we have double cards popping out, I have to talk about the fact that you're just like, you're gone. Like you do it and you're gone. So you could have a very high tolerance for BS. You could also have a high tolerance for, you know, the people who you surround yourself with. So, you know, this is not like if we got the Queen of Cups, you know, she might tell you some things. I didn't like what you did, blah, blah, but she's going to stick around there. You know, you're not sticking around, you know. It's funny too, because look at this. She's ruling. She has her hand up. Like, you know, she's ruling, man. She rules her territory and her space, Queen of Swords. So good for you. Now, I think that's very interesting that we have that card there with the blindfold on. So that kind of like seals a deal for me with like what I feel when I'm reading this, is that you are taking the blindfold off of people. And I feel like many times it's to their own behavior, but it's also to what's going on in the world right now. You know, you could have a lot of people maybe approaching you, trying to tell you, or just kind of making you engage in conversation about, you know, that thing that's come out, the V, okay? I hope you can kind of read between the lines here. And you're just like, okay, well, you know, that's great what you think and everything, but you're not going to tell me what to do with my body. Okay. You're not going to tell me. I'm going to make my own decision. And you're like, then you lay the facts on them. Well, do you know what's in it? Do you know what's in it? Like, you just really put them on the spot with that. So, you know, interesting. And then with the Seven of Cups too, that's what also seals a deal for me. Cause I always like to teach you tarot cards. And it's important for me as a reader to kind of explain to you why I'm seeing the messages that I'm seeing. So you're creating a lot of thinking, okay? Not necessarily about you, but what you've spoken, like what you've said, what you've relayed, how you've informed them. They're thinking about that, okay? They're thinking about it deeply, like deeply and heavily. So much so that, you might actually change them. They're not going to tell you that though. Please. People are not going to tell you that. I wouldn't even tell I wouldn't, anyways, whatever. I don't want to go on about myself, but anyways, so besides this whole awakening thing, oh my God, like, look, you even have the Tower card here. Wow, pile 4. You know, I named pile 3 as the pile to pick, but you are coming in like very close to that as well. Pile 4 is the pile to pick, just like pile 3 was. Wow. Okay. Okay. Another thing. Now, if you're not awakening people, okay, if this is not resonating, just your vibe alone, the Queen of Swords, the fact that people can't F with you or mess with you, they hate that because they want to tell you sometimes, you know, you're acting like an ASS, but they're too scared to. They're too scared to. Sometimes they want to tell you, you know, you're not right, or I don't like, you know, the way you talk to me, or I didn't like the way you behaved or whatever, and they can't do it. They feel blocked from it. I feel like out of fear. So this could be also something that is causing them to hate you, is that they love you, but they can never really be real. So this could also, like, I have to be a fair person here. This could also point to someone who you'd have to walk on eggshells around, okay? So just take what resonates, you know, if you are awakening people and that resonates with, you know, like there's more down here, take that. Don't just knock the whole pile because of what I just said. So another thing here too with the Hierophant card. So I'm really getting with pile 4, you have a lot of strong idealisms, things you believe in. But I feel like they're like the right things. I really do. I feel like what you believe in and what you kind of preach, it's proper stuff. It's not like we have someone here who's saying, you know, stupidity things like, okay, yeah, you should get married at 30, or, you know, you should have kids by 35. It's not like these stupid things. I feel like they're proper things, like with what's going on in the world right now. So your idealisms, people could have hate out of that because they don't agree with them, okay? You might be around a lot of people, unfortunately, in your life that are not as evolved as you, and it could possibly be driving you crazy. Now, I get that. I really do. But fortunately for me, I have you guys on the YouTube, so I can always talk to you guys. But when I didn't have YouTube, I totally understood it. So you have every reason to feel annoyed by that. But I'll tell you, with the Seven of Wands, you're making people face up to things, you know? Maybe you call people out on stuff. Maybe you don't let anybody get away with a damn thing. And that's amazing because, you know, I really look up to people like that because, for example, with me, I have a Libra moon. I don't do well with confrontation. Like if you're coming at me, oh, I'll go all out, but I don't start it. I always try to figure out different ways I can kind of say something without it seeming confrontational. This is a pile who does not give two SHITs, okay? They don't care. They're going to give it to you and they're going to come right in your face and they're going to make you see it. And like I said, again, I'm not talking about physical abuse here, okay? I'm talking about someone who is very highly educated and who will kill you with facts, okay? So this is wonderful. But at the same time, let's discuss that Six of Swords, you know? So you're doing all of this and then you're taking off. So I don't know if you kind of maybe have a high threshold for people who mess up with you. That could be something that people get, you know, a little agitated with, you know, or hate you for, is that they don't understand why you don't have patience with them. You know, they want to be with you. I feel like this is a pile who a lot of people want to be around. Okay. Just because of how intelligent you are and how smart you are and how, you know, intellectual you speak. But at the same time, it's like, I F up once, I'm out of her life, you know, like I'm out of her life, you know, and it's like, there's something that people treasure about your company, but they wish that you would give them more chances. Now that could be with anybody. That could be with lovers, family members, friendships. So this is something that, you know, I don't want to say hate, but it saddens them, you know, saddens them. You know, you might more want to only stick to kind of people who kind of are on your same page. And, you know, I get it. I really do. It could be something even along the lines of, you know, your tribe. But I feel like there's a lot of people who want to learn things from you. You know, this is a side note right now, but, you know, if you ever want to start a YouTube channel, you might do really well with it. Or maybe you're already on YouTube. Who knows? So that's all I kind of have for this pile, but this was the pile to pick because you are a strong, badass, independent woman, and keep speaking your truth because you're actually affecting, you know, people. And at this time on the planet, we need to do this. We need to spark change. We need to like move out of these, you know, traditional elements of, you know, what 4D and 3D has expected us from. We need to move into 5D, and you have the ability to help, you know, the planet with that. So keep doing what you're doing. You're amazing. And, you know, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you thought. Thanks, guys.